All content and material used in this video are for purposes of review and commentary under terms of fair use. Also, the following views expressed in this video are of personal opinion. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh, and also spoilers. Well, that doesn't really matter. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to StormKing's final impressions of the Winter 2013 animes. Now, without any more delay, let's head into and check out the Winter 2013 animes I watched and my final thoughts, opinions, and impressions of them. First up on my list is AMNESIA. Now, when it comes to AMNESIA, the best way I can describe or summarize my feelings of AMNESIA is it was a meh series. It was very much so a series that it could have been done better, could have been polished a little bit more, could have been padded in the good way a little bit more, could have been executed a little bit better. Now, when it comes to AMNESIA, the best parts to it were the music. Both the opening and ending was awesome. It was done by Yanagi and Rei in the respective orders. And graphically, artistically, the character designs, and everything else was quite astounding. The character designs especially were really awesome. And there was a lot of Bishonens for every girl to, you know, go whatever over. But the drawback to AMNESIA was the story, in that we were introduced to a girl who has amnesia, no idea what she's doing, why is she passing through all these alternate realities, and all of a sudden, BAM! Last two episodes, guy comes up and explains, here's how it's happening and why, just cuz. And I'm just like, well, I got an answer, but it was sort of rushed, and it could have been give it to me, you know, more proportionately, instead of, I have no idea what's going on, to, I know exactly what's going on. So, in my opinion, should you watch AMNESIA? I guess if you want to check out its art style and its really cool designs for characters, it's cool, and the music as well, but don't watch it for the story. It's really dodgy in a way. So yeah, AMNESIA. Next up on my list, Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. Next! Now, Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. Haganai next. It was awesome. It was just as energetic and just as hyperactive and just as, in a way, good as the previous season. Of course, you know, when it comes to comparing light novels to anime, it's just like, hey, they're missing this. Let's ignore that point. When it comes to Haganai Next the season, it was very much so, it didn't improve a lot of anything. It was just like, let's continue on with all we have so far. There was like no need for improvement, nor was there any room for improvement, that kind of thing. Some light touch-ups and details that I noticed in, you know, when I was watching Haganai Next was everyone's hair tint got a little bit brighter, except for Kodaka, who had his hair tinted darker. Instead of like a golden blonde, he was more a dirty blonde. And yeah, so Haganai, opening ending, yeah, it was cheerful kind of J-pop stuff. It was fine. Graphically, the same. Voice acting, just as awesome and the same. So there really is not much to talk about Haganai. It's really watch Haganai, Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai, to check out Haganai Next. Because if you watched Haganai first season and you enjoyed it, there's no reason why you should not check out Haganai Next, because it is exactly what you liked about the previous season. Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai Next. Next up on my list, Capo 3. And in a way, I was looking forward to Capo 3, and in a way, I was disappointed. Now, why was I disappointed by Capo 3, other than it being Capo and Capo anime? Now, if you look back at Capo 1 and 2, Capo 1, the main character went through the dating sim aspect and was just like, date this girl, date this one girl, or, you know, interact with this one girl, say no to this one, say no to that one, and go with the true girl, the true heroine, the little sister, by the way, spoilers, and that was that, you know, cool, you ended up with one girl, you know, and I sort of liked that girl. And then Capo 2, what I liked about Capo 2 was the serious magic aspect that they, you know, totally concentrated the story on, which was cool. It was just like, wow! The Capo anime that concentrated on the serious side of magic that is in the universe of the Capo. But when it comes to the Capo 3, it felt, for lack of a better explanation or definition, it felt like filler. It felt like more filler than the Capo feels already. It was very much so nothing, you know, there was no goals being met, nothing was done. It was just like, go through this girl, go through that girl, sort of hint at, you know, this one true girl that you should really concentrate at. Yay, Rika, I like her too. And that was it. And that was the Capo 3. In a way, it was fine, but it's just like, no, it was just like, nah, it could have been done better. So, do I recommend checking out the Capo 3? No, not really. If you want to check out the Capo 1, sure, if you can survive the marathon, and then head into Capo 2, which I did like. Second season, that is. And Capo 2 was not bad. It was not bad. Anyways, Capo 3, I don't recommend watching it. Not unless you really are interested. Next up on the list, Little Busters! Oh man, Little Busters. Such a topic of discussion. The anime of Little Busters done by JC Staff. Instead of being done by Shonen Animation, blah 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 blah, fanboy rage. Anyways, Little Busters, the anime done by JC Staff. What is my personal opinion of it? I thought it was done pretty well. I thought it was pretty good execution. It was better than I thought it would turn out, and that was a lot of people's reactions. Wow, this is a lot better than I thought it would be. You know, JC Staff, a key project. Oh my god, it's Armageddon to some people. And I liked it. You know, they got all the voice actors back, and they got some, I forget which route it was. It was the leaky route in which it was, or it is the dream route. For those of you that don't know the Little Busters story, I don't know, I'm not too detailed about it, but I do know a little bit about the Little Busters story. And it was cool. It was very, you have the regular kind of incidents, and you're introduced to each and every one of the heroines, except for Kurugaya, because Kurugaya is like just right from the get-go badass. And you solve each and every one of their problems like every other anime based off of a visual novel. Now, JC Staff has, you know, admittedly said, if we wanted to do Little Busters, a true Little Busters anime, it would have taken us like over, 300 episodes or something like that. And yeah, that's why we only got with this, or was able to get like bits and pieces of other routes which somewhat converged into the leaky route, the dreaming route, if I understand or can recall correctly. Now, do I recommend checking out Little Busters? Yes, I do recommend checking out Little Busters because of the fact that it is confirmed that a Little Busters second season is coming. Little Busters Refrain. For those of you who have no idea what Refrain is the true route to Little Busters. It is the true story. It is the penultimate, the culmination, after playing Little Busters like 7-8 times, to end up in the Refrain route. And I'm really looking forward to Little Busters Refrain. And I do recommend checking out Little Busters to just be like, this is actually better than I thought it would be, because maybe, maybe you'll get that. Otherwise, if you want to avoid it, that's fine. I have no problems against it. But for me, I do want to suggest checking out Little Busters just to check out Little Busters Refrain. And hopefully Refrain is good. Hopefully Refrain is good. Next up on the list, Love Live School Idol Project. Not Love Live. Sorry, my bad. Love Live School Idol Project. And overall, Love Live was not bad. It was well executed, well animated, well voiced. Sometimes some iffy parts. No, I'm not going to pick at them for a music idol type anime. And yeah, that's it for School Idol Project, or Love Live School Idol Project. If you were to ask me, did I really like it, or what do you like? What did you prefer more? In comparison, I'd say I liked Idol Master a little bit more than Love Live, because, the difference between Idol, if you liked Idol Master, then you might like, Love Live, because Love Live is, you have the girls building from the bottom up to becoming an idol group, whereas Idol Master, it's already an established idol group. idols are music and blah blah blah. You can Google what an idol is, you know, a Japanese idol is. And yeah, I liked Love Live. It was not bad, but I preferred the Idol Master better, but that's just my opinion. You know, I know people that are just like, I liked Idol Master and Love Live. I have people that liked Love Live and not Idol Master, and then I'm over here that's just like, I didn't mind Love Live, but I still preferred the Idol Master. So if you're into musical animes, and if you're into idols, then I do recommend checking out Love Live. Otherwise, you can check out an episode and see if it catches you. It might not, because, well, it's sort of a very niche kind of thing. Next up on my list, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Now, Magi, the anime, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty cool. I'll just start off with, like, the negative parts, or the drawbacks to Magi, the anime. You know, it went off on its own little path, like, after about 6-8 episodes before it ended, and it's just like, okay, whatever, doesn't matter, there's a Magi Season 2, I guess it covers up for that. Anyways, but the positive points to Magi, the anime, were that visually, graphically, the design of the characters, the animation was so awesome and so colorful and so beautiful. The voicing, the character voicing was awesome. You know, everyone matched their roles, everyone did a good job. And another good part is that Magi the anime, you know, pushed me to reading Magi the manga, in which I am really, really up to date. And I am really enjoying Magi the manga. And what can I say other than that? Magi is really cool. It is a really enjoyable series. It's a shonen type series, anime manga, and I've already said, you know, and I've already described, you know, my feelings for shonen, but it's just like, this is really cool. And yeah, we'll see if you can identify, I'll let you guys, you know, see if you can figure out why I think it's cool. Otherwise, you can PM me a message or comment as to why do you think it's cool. But anyways, do I recommend checking out Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic? Yes! Check it out so you can check out the manga, and then so you can check out Season 2 whenever it comes out. Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Next up on my list, Yuusha. And when it comes to Yuusha, I really liked it. I was really enjoying the series. It was very engaging. The dialogue was awesome. The whole mechanics and system and, you know, business, war is good kind of concept was just like, this is really cool. And basically, if you liked Spice and Wolf, you'll like Yuusha. And Yuusha ended like Spice and Wolf first season, in that it ended on a happy-go-lucky la-di-da note, but then it was very open to being like, oh, there's a possibility, depending on the sales of the Blu-rays or DVDs, for a second season. And if there's a second season, I'm totally gonna watch Yuusha. And that's about all I can say about Yuusha, because it's Spice and Wolf 2.0.5... Wait, that doesn't make sense. 2.005 version C, revision A, whatever. It's just a type of Spice and Wolf anime, and if you like Spice and Wolf, you'll like Yuusha. And the whole economics of how war is good and no war is bad because no money's made. Wait, what? Yuusha. Next on my list is Mondaiji-Tachi ga Isekai kara kuru so desu yo. I thought it was desu yo ne, but I guess it's desu yo. Anyways, when it comes to Mondaiji, I thoroughly enjoyed the series. It ended strangely. It ended, by strangely, I mean, it ended on a strange episode number. It ended on episode 10, rather than a standard 12 or 13, which is like, are they pulling a Kore wa zombie desu ka? And anyways, moving on along, Mondaiji was really cool. You know, it was very much so as like, you know, problematic children come from another world into this world, and then they're gonna do stuff because they want to find something entertaining to do. Best reasons! And, you know, a whole idea of building up a community and challenging gods, demons, devils, and so on and so on. Really cool. The whole fantasy, action, magic concept. All the voice actors were really cool. I liked all of them, especially the one for Kurosagi. Kurosagi is my favorite character. And Shiroyasha! I like Shiroyasha! And yeah, admittedly, I gotta say this, but if you liked Kore wa Zombie desu ka, you'll like Mondaiji-Tachi. Why do I say that? It's very much so, in a way, Mondaiji feels like Kore wa Zombie desu ka in terms of the uniqueness to it. It's just very much so unique. That's the best way I can describe it. So, do I recommend checking out Mondaiji-Tachi ga Isekai kara kuru sou desu yo? Yes! Do check it out. Anyways, check out Mondaiji-Tachi ga Isekai kara kuru sou desu yo. Man, that was fast. Oh great, another long title. Ore no Kanojo to Osananajimi Shuruba Sugiru, otherwise known as Ore Shura. Now, Ore Shura, admittedly, it was sort of boring for me. Now, I do have a reason as for saying why it's boring. Don't flame me and, just start typing, "Story said it's boring!" Before I say anything and before I comment on that. The positive points to Ore Shura is that visually and graphically, the colors were very gentle. Very, very, almost Aria-like. The colors are very nice to the, to look at, and very gentle to the eyes. At least for me, I felt that way. Music was not bad. Totally love Tomodachi music. It's very happy-go-lucky. It's not bad. Voice acting was very cool. Very nice. Totally loving, Tomodachi as the main character. That voice was just awesome. And yeah, it's your run-of-the-mill, well, not really run-of-the-mill, it's your harem comedy, romantic comedy, slice-of-life seinen anime. Now, why did I find Ore Shura a little bit boring? Well, in a way, because I read a little bit of the light novel and a little bit further into the manga, the anime didn't grab me enough, or didn't, project enough energy, or something along those lines to make it be like, oh man, the anime was so cool, and I totally loved reading, and the manga made me love the anime even more, or vice versa. And it's just like, the anime is not bad, and what really just caught me the most was just the voice acting, and that was about it. I hope that makes for a good justification. Otherwise, if you don't think it makes a good enough justification, I can comment further if you want me to say something. But anyways, should you check out Ore Shura? Yeah, check it out. It's cool. It's a slice-of-life romantic comedy. Why not? Based off of a light novel. Why not? Ore no Kanojo to Osananajimi Shuruba Sugiru. Next on my list is Psycho-Pass. And what can I say about Psycho-Pass other than I really liked it? Thank you, Prodigy. You sort of, erased Guilty Crown a little bit. Anyways, what I like about Psycho-Pass: visually astounding. Voice acting, amazing. The twist turns and the drama in the story and the plot was awesome. I really liked it. And it was very dialogue and plot driven, rather than let's take out our sci-fi guns and shoot everything. It was also morally ambiguous, and I love morality or moral ambiguity, because that's cool. It makes you think. It makes you think about, is this right? Is this not right? Should we go with this? Should we not go with this? Awesome! And I totally liked Psycho-Pass. Like I gotta say it, I totally liked it. I almost loved it. And the best way to, describe Psycho-Pass is that if you've ever watched, Asian cop dramas, or more specifically, Hong Kong or Chinese cop dramas, Psycho-Pass is basically like that. If you like those kind of shows, you'll like Psycho-Pass. But even if you don't, I do recommend checking out Psycho-Pass because it is so engaging. It is so cool. And the music was actually pretty cool. It was pretty awesome. So, like I said, do check out Psycho-Pass. You are missing out on something if you do not check it out. Psycho-Pass! Next on my list is Robotics Notes. Now, Robotics Notes, admittedly overall, was a okay anime. It wasn't an or a meh or a mediocre anime. It was just okay. It didn't really engage me too much. It didn't hype me up too much. It was just sorta cool stuff, sorta serious stuff, sorta nice ending, sort of nice, sort of, wrapped up nicely, that kind of feeling. In comparison to, say, Chaos Head or Steins Gate, both the anime and the visual novels, Robotics Notes it didn't have that whole serious, over-the-top serious kind of you know, space-time continuum destroying, what the F kind of feeling. It was just slice of life with robots and IR concept mixed together. And Robotics Notes Animation Studio did a pretty good job animating Robotics Notes, but, you know, the whole plot and the premise to the VN, the visual novel of Robotics Notes, was just like, that's as much as you can get out of it. So, do I recommend checking out Robotics Notes? I guess if you want to continue along the universe of the Nitro Plus 5 PV, Chaos Head, Steins Gate universe, that kind of thing, if you want to. Otherwise, if you skip out on it, you're not really missing much. It was cool, music was nice, voice acting was nice, but other than that, it was an okay anime. Robotics Notes. Next on my list, Sakurasou no Pet no Kanojo. And Sakurasou, the best way I can describe it, and the best way I can summarize it, is really, really well done. It is a really well done anime. Awesome! Thank you, JC Staff. You did another well done anime. And why is it so well done? The animation, the voice acting, properly transferred and engaged me and made me so encompassed by, you know, the story. The story was just like, oh, it's everyday life of a youth trying to obtain a dream and a desire. That kind of thing. And the drama and the seriousness and the conflicts that were there, I felt it and I went through it, and it just watching Sakurasou reminded me of the struggles of a young StormKing went through. And yeah, I totally enjoyed Sakurasou. You know, visually astounding, amazing, put another word there. You know, voice acting was incredible, very well done. No one was offbeat, everyone worked off of each other very well. And, you know, Sakurasou was a really well done anime, and I do recommend checking it out. It properly followed from volumes 1 to 6. And a little bit of Volume 7 to introduce the new characters. And I was hoping that they would wrap it up and, you know, do all of the volumes, but unfortunately Volume 9 or whatever isn't released yet. So hopefully there will be a Sakurasou Season 2. So overall, I do recommend checking out Sakurasou no Pet no Kanojo. Next on my list, Sasami-san Gambaranai. And the best way to summarize my thoughts, my feelings, final impressions of Sasami-san Gambaranai is with one word: Shaft. Yeah, Shaft. It is an anime done by Shaft, and by saying Shaft, it should just give you the idea or tell you that's like, oh yeah, Shaft. Yeah, they do that. And Sasami-san Gambaranai was not bad. It was cool. It was interesting. It was like cool, a twist on the whole Japanese mythology of Susanoo, Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, Kagutsuchi, Yamata no Orochi, you know, do all that fun stuff. And, you know, blending it in with, like, Staff's kind of stylization. And the voice acting was not bad. It was cool. It was good. It's up to par. Visually, Shaft. Graphically, Shaft. Character designs, Shaft. There you go. And, you know, the silliness was not bad. It was much more slapstick for whatever the comedy parts were, and the seriousness was not overly too serious. It's just like, in a way, it was comparable to high school drama, in a way. So do I recommend checking out Sasami-san Gambaranai? If you're interested, or if you're into Shaft, then yes. If you've seen Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei or Arakawa Under the Bridge, then yeah, check out Sasami-san Gambaranai. Next on my list, Shinsekai Yori. And Shinsekai Yori was a quirky anime. It was very unique, and it was really good in the beginning, and then in the end, the last episode's just like, oh, it sort of fell short. It's just like, it started off good, but then it ended, not badly, but just ended unpolished. Yeah, let's say that, unpolished. A just really rough ending. And Shinsekai Yori was really cool. It was just like, hey, we go from, you know, into the distant future. You know, you get to witness a little bit of what happened between now and then in the future. We went from our normal society to a dystopian society to a normal society again, and back to dystopian, and then back to a regular society. Yeah, I don't think we're ever. I don't think humankind is ever meant for a utopian society. Anyways, Shinsekai Yori was cool. The voice acting was nice. It was nice that they killed off a lot of characters. Spoilers, but I'm not gonna say which characters they killed off. And yeah, Shinsekai Yori is a unique anime, and the science that they talk about, and the whole culture, and you know what else, socialism and biology and all these things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now was cool. So do I recommend checking out Shinsekai Yori? Do check it out. It is a really unique anime, story-wise, and just the concepts that they introduce and talk about. Next on my list, Tamako Market. And Tamako Market, really, it's okay. It's a okay anime. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing bad about it. Well, unless you want to say, you know, nothing exceptionally exciting happening, or kind of conflict, you know, major serious conflict happening, being a drawback or a negative point. But Tamako Market was just, it's there. And ta-da! You know, that kind of anime. It's done by Kyoto Animation, and the best way to describe it is a K-On! Without the music. That is Tamako Market. Voice acting was nice. The characters are all moe blob kind of Kyoto Animation is doing, based off of K-On! And yeah, that's about it. Story was... I don't even know if there was a story. I guess there was a story per se, but it wasn't much of one. And overall, Tamako Market, if you watch it or if you don't watch it, you're not really missing out on anything. If you skip an episode, or you skip 4 episodes, if you watch from episode 1 and go to episode 6, you're not missing anything major. And yeah, I mean, there's one character I like in Tamako Market, but that is about it. So yeah, Tamako Market, nothing too special, and you're not missing out on anything if you watch it or not. Next on my list, Vividred Operation. I thought it was Vividred, but it's actually Vividred Operation. You know. From the beginning. And Vividred is not bad. It's a not bad anime, and it's like not an exceptionally good anime. And well, I overall sort of enjoyed it. It's just the whole, you know, 2 girls fusing into a being, and this whole magically scientific concept, or scientific magic concept, was pretty interesting. Story and plot is just like, chosen ones, incoming invaders, deal with it, so on and so on. And yeah, that was Vividred Operation. Admittedly, I would have liked to see more transformation, or sorry, not more transformations, more, you know, combining. It's good that they didn't kill it, or overkill it, like with most, you know, fusing, you know, kind of animations, but it's just like, you know, you could have done it a little bit more. I mean, you could have thrown in a Sosegatai! Or, you know, Final Fusion! Or called the Gundam kind of thing. But overall, it was not bad. Voice acting was nice, girls were cute, and you got over the top, you know, Gao Gaigar Vendred Aquarion fusing kind of thing. Well, not really over the top, but that kind of fusion kind of thing. So yeah, if you want to check out Vividred Operation, watch at your own risk, or watch to your own delight. And last on my list, Zetsuen no Tempest. And I really enjoyed Zetsuen no Tempest because it is very much so a Shakespeare anime. You know, you can have an anime that like takes parts or lines or some concepts from Shakespeare, but you know, Zetsuen no Tempest feels like a Shakespeare, you know, an anime that was made by Shakespeare if he were still alive. In it, you know, not truly, but it felt almost like one. You know, there was tons of twists, there was tons of continuations off endings that you thought you would end right there. There was tons of dying. Well, not really tons of dying, but there was like some dying. And then, of course, there was vengeance! Vengeance! I'm Batman! Wait, wrong vengeance. Anyways. And Zetsuen no Tempest, the voice acting was awesome. I totally loved the tidbits of, you know, quoting Hamlet, quoting Romeo and Juliet, was it Romeo and Juliet? I'm pretty sure there was. Quoting the Tempest. I love those quick quotes. Of course, they're in Japanese, and, you know, Japanese doesn't have Shakespearean in it, Shakespearean English, but, you know, they do the best they can. And animation-wise, it was not bad. It was like, it's not graphically amazing, but what should be catching you is the character interactions, the dialogue, and the magic, and the holy crap Shakespeare twists. Enjoy Shakespeare. So do I recommend checking out Zetsuen no Tempest? Yes! If you enjoy Shakespeare, of course! And if you're curious, or if you're not, or if you're like, I don't know, Shakespeare, do check it out. I do recommend checking it out. It's worth checking out. And that's it for my final impressions of Winter 2013. And yeah, Winter 2013 animes that started in winter, well, they're not bad. I mean, but they're not, you know, this time around they weren't exceptionally good. Well, I'm pretty sure there was one, but it's escaping my mind again. Can't think right now. And yeah, Winter 2013 was enjoyable, you know, despite it being the most substream of the substream seasons and most substream of the substream animes always pop up in winter, it was still enjoyable. And of course, you know, you had the wrap up of the fall 2012 animes, which are ended in and wrapped up in winter 2013. So yeah, you know, what can I say? I still enjoy Winter 2013, and you guys should check it out. So yeah, this is it. For StormKing and the final impressions of the Winter 2013 animes, telling you to read some manga, watch some anime, you'll like it, and I'll see you in the next video.